Watch me lean against the washing machine. Second-rate model in a third-rate magazine. 3 sheets to the wind. Teeth gleaming like a brand new diamond. Meet me in the kitchen, baby. Bring a bottle of wine.
Let me set the scene as if you were watching. Mr. Sheen.
On February 3rd, 2024, just a few weeks ago, I entered my first Brazilian Jiu Jitsu Tournament. And yes, it was my very first experience. And I'm just a white belt. And I've been training for 17 months. So I was able to enter the like beginner's bracket where it was below 18 months. And I entered the minus 83 kilograms division. And I had 5 matches. So we were doing the round robin format, which I was really happy about because I got to have some more experience, like get some more fights. And I know I make a lot of mistakes, and like this was my first time battling it out at this intensity level. So yeah, that's what it's like to be a white belt. Let's get into it. Let's see what happens. So yeah, the first fight, we went straight into it, and just to let you know, it's my coach filming this first match. The next 4 matches will be my friend, who has a way more stable camera focus. But yeah, he I tried to control his head, and I tried to get my guards in, but he went directly to north-south, and I was pretty much fucked right here. But somehow I got his leg, and this was all just happening so fast, but I just felt like maybe I could get the triangle, which is very unlikely. I tried to control the leg and maybe go in for the heel. No, the ankle lock. We are not allowed to do heel hooks yet. And you could tell, like, we were just using way too much energy. Got control of the head again, and then he doesn't film, but right there, this point, where, yeah, he got points right there, but then I get the switch, and I lock the triangle, and this is where my coach gets excited, so I think he just turns the camera. But I work on the triangle, I try to make it even tighter, and eventually, he taps, and I get my very first win. And that was only 2 minutes, 20 seconds or something, in like 4-minute matches. But it all happened so fast, and it was my very first experience. It was very intense. I just got this tunnel vision. But then something very bad happened. I started walking away, you know, the judge lets me know I won and I got my points. But then I got a massive adrenaline dump. I had spent everything. And usually I can do way more intense matches when I do training, many, many rounds in a row. But I just spent the entire tank in 2 minutes. So the next 4 matches, I had no adrenaline. I had no surplus of energy. My body felt 4 times more heavy. And it was so annoying. It was like carrying around an extra 100 kilos of weight. So yeah, let's go into match 2. When the matches start, you only have between 5 and 10 minutes until your next match. It just goes like this. Right, match 2. This guy looked really nice. He was smiling and all. Very calm. And I was very tired, even though I only had been fighting for 2 minutes. Yeah. And so my plan was to be very dominant and like not let him push me around and not be passive. And I think actually this was a disadvantage, but I was very focused on not letting him like push me around. So instead I was pushing him around. And so he pulls me down and I almost, I get the knee on belly, but then he takes the quarter mount on the half guard. And he catches my arm, and like he's been training this trap for a long time, I can tell. And somehow I don't let my arm go because he catches it. You can see he's very focused, but then he gets the Kimura grip. I try to hide my arm, like with my hand inside my thigh, but I could tell he's been working on this move for a long time, and like, he's very good at it, and I didn't know how to counter it before it was too late. And now he's got my other arm. I tried to get out of this position, but eventually he splits my hands. Yeah, he gets the foot in, you see, and he gets the armbar. Right. Yeah, I'm not very proud of this one. But he did really well working on that arm. And eventually I have to tap because I can feel my arm is starting to break. And you can tell I'm very, very tired. Like, nothing much really happened. But I just spent way too much energy. Alright. It's match 2. Let's go into match 3. 5 minutes later. Again, like there was no energy, but somehow I look very energized. Somehow I look very focused, and I was very focused, but I just wanted to get out of there. I didn't want to be in that situation, but I tried to really focus. Just give it all I got, even though I had nothing. And you can see again, like he's holding my arm, but I almost get the mount. But again, they always seem to catch my legs. And what I learned from these matches, I had way too much focus on the head, and I tried to go for this das. I focus on it, but then I land on my back. Very stupid mistake. Now he's got the upper hand, and eventually I have to let go, and then he has side control, almost side control. I still control the leg, right? He goes for the arm. Goes for the arm triangle. I try to create. Yeah, he gets point right there. I try to create some space. This is very painful because he's got it all covered up. And he knows, so he can just chill while I gasp for air, and I try to, like, it's a very dominant position when you have the arm triangle. I try to catch his foot to gain some and I try to get my legs in, but you know, he's got it very deep, but somehow I want to tap all the time right here, but I don't, and thankfully he keeps, he tried to get more points by going from side control to the mount, which works. You can see the judge giving him points. So he was just playing, just having fun, getting points, but eventually I get him off. And now I'm kind of mad. You can still, I think I'm out of time. I think I only have 30 seconds left for some reason, because it felt like an hour being controlled like that. And you could tell I make some stupid mistakes, like going this way, and this was just a horrible match. You can see when I try to get up here, there's just, you can tell, there's nothing left. We're both almost crawling. Can't even think straight. Yeah, it's not fun watching these matches, but the next one will be great, I promise. Yeah. I'm definitely a beginner, a white belt. I can, when you look back, but there's so much going on. I didn't have my pace. I was very sloppy with trying to get the submissions, and Also, again, no adrenaline, no... I didn't have the juice. I needed that juice, you know, where you can think straight. Again, I tried to go for the straight angle lock, and I almost got something, but he got out, and you can tell we can't even get up, just out of breath. And now you just see him laying right there. You can just tell two noobs going way too hard, like spending way too much energy. But you have to learn somehow, right? I've really been working on my pacing in training and not gassing out too quick. But but there's so many people watching and you just want to do well. And again, I could have done many things, but somehow I just tried to go for the straight angle lock all the time. And yeah, it's very... I was exhausted after this one. And then that's another loss. So I have 1 win by submission now and 2 losses. 1 by submission and 1 by points. But it's all good. Still no adrenaline, feeling like shit. I just want to go home. Because I never felt an adrenaline dump like this before. So we go into match 4 now, and I had 5 minutes. And before the match started, he gave me 1 minute to rest because he could tell you're not ready to fight right now. And thankfully he gave me that 1 minute. Not that it helped, but let's go into the match 4. This time I tried not to focus so much on grabbing his head. And I tried to keep my distance, work out his game plan, try to figure out what he wanted to do, and not let myself get taken into side control instantly. Keeping my distance, trying to get the control, and yeah, see, just a lot of hand fighting, trying to get a dominant position. And I've been working a lot of rear naked chokes and taking the back and controlling the back. And I think because I have long arms and long legs, it's very advantageous for me. But you see, most guys try to shoot for the single leg or the double leg takedown because I'm very tall. Yeah, you see him do it again, but I was ready. I caught his head and I get up again. That was very important. And you see right here, yes sir. I get the back, I get the 1 hook, and maybe I get this second hook. And this is where I want to be. Eventually I locked the body triangle, almost. Right here, and I just start working on. Come on, I think I get that. Oh yeah, he catches, but it doesn't matter because I start threatening with the choke, and he has to focus on that. And yeah, you can see there's a lot of hand fighting, and I'm also gassed out. I have no energy, so I really try to conserve energy at this point. Because I know I have him. I got the control, so it would be very stupid for me to throw it away. Right here, I could have thrown it away, but just jump up, just do the work, and get him back. On the back. And I do a sort of pressure move right here. But now I get the lock, and he taps. But I thought the judge had to stop us, and he did. And I get the win, rear naked choke. That felt great. So 2 submissions, 2 wins by submission, 2 losses, 1 by submission and 1 by points. Now, going into match 5. For some reason, I didn't know that this was the fight for gold medal. We both had 10 points each, me and him in the match 5. The second and third place had 13 and 12 points. So one of us winning this match by points or submission would be a standalone gold medal or a shared medal with this, second place. But I didn't know this because I just thought in my mind, I have 2 wins and I have 2 losses. All I was thinking is survive this next match and then you're done. Because I've never been this exhausted in my life before. All right, let's go into match 5. And I've been looking on this guy for some matches, and I knew he was really good. But you can see I have some height advantage, and he tried to bully me, tried to get the takedown, but I wouldn't let him, and I somehow get the back. And at this point I'm thinking, yes, I might win 3 matches. I might get some sort of medal. I didn't know it was for the goal right here. So I start trying to get the lock, and I actually succeed in locking in right. I don't know if this is the point. There's a point. I think it's right here. I get the lock. So you see me getting in the hand right there. But I look inside and I start seeing blood coming down on my forearm from his nose and mouth because the choke wasn't clean. I didn't have it clean. It was always mouth and nose. And I've never done that in training because we don't want to break each other's jaws. So I panic and I try to get the clean choke, which was a stupid mistake. Because when you compete, you should not worry about the other guy's safety when you have a choke. Because it was a choke. But he grabs my foot because I panicked and I didn't just try to break his jaw. And I tried to go for some sort of triangle, but I'm just out of breath. I'm out of energy. I never had any energy. I didn't know how I even got the back. It was just very, very tough to have been this close to getting the rear naked choke. And I was just gassed out. I really tried to do my best to get back to do something. And eventually we get to the wall here, and I just felt now I can just chill for a little while. But no, he resets us, and if you look closely, or just look with your eyes, you can tell I'm very tired. I can't even. It's very hard to stand up. Lie down on the wrong side. But I try to do my best to get him out of side control, get in my guard in, try to focus on the head somehow. Gets them almost the full mount. Catch the foot, but it's not the best. Somehow I don't try to get the hand in. I think I eventually do. Now he gets some sort of Kimura grip right here, and I could have survived it if I really wanted to, but time was running out, and I tapped. And instead of getting the first place gold medal, I went straight to 4th place. No podium. Yeah. And then right after I found out that I could have won the gold medal, but it was a great experience, and the key takeaway from this, the most important thing, is the feeling from not finishing the rear naked choke on match 5, because I had it. I just needed to do the full, what you do when you have the lock. It's like, it's not, you don't pull with the arm. You have to move your chest, like put your shoulder blades together, and you like pull it towards, so it really gets tight. It gets amazingly tight. And if he doesn't tap at that point, you start to pull down your elbow, and like there's no room for anything in this tight space, and you have a lot of power here. So I panicked, and I didn't do what I was supposed to do. And that feeling didn't leave me for, I don't think, like, it hasn't left yet. It still lingers in my mind, that feeling of regret and not finishing what I started. And like my two other mates who was competing, they got silver and gold, just dominating. And I could have gotten that gold medal if I had just done my job, just finished it. And if I had to break his jaw, then all right, do that. Because he also came to compete, and like he can damn well defend himself and like tap out if he wants to tap out. So it was a horrible feeling, but very, very good for like future fights and also future endeavors in other areas of my life. That when, what do you call it? When push comes to shove, I do it. I do what I'm supposed to do. Great experience. I'm going to be competing more, and I know that in future matches I'll be able to pace myself. Of course, my techniques will be better. I will have more of a game plan. Even though my game plan of getting rear naked chokes was almost working out. And again, you can critique me all you want, because it's fine. I know I'm a noob, but I'm only going to be better. And this first tournament was a very great step in this direction. Right, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.